Hey there YouTube, this is Garrett with Houses on Wheels, and first of all, I apologize about the noise in the background, but the furnace is going and set for the house because it is just a smidge over 30 degrees Fahrenheit. First of all, good news, I did find my hard drive, and I knew I would at some point after I started to minimize down a little bit further on my stuff, so yeah, I am excited to be able to post some new videos. In fact, I was going through some of the raw material, and there were some steps that I took, that I actually did in the van that I completely forgot about, and that's one of the benefits and one of the reasons for even recording these van build videos in the first place, is just so I'd have that permanent memory, more or less. So yeah, expect some videos there. I've already been in the process of formatting, I think 6 videos so far, and I've got several more to go, so you'll definitely be able to look forward to those. In the meantime, what I'd really like to talk about is this unit right here. It's a hand crank faucet, and it's the type that I'm going to be using for my sink in my van build. And the reason why is because it's just one more item that will not have to use battery power, first of all, because energy consumption is important, and I have plenty of options that and features of the van that will take up energy as it is. So there's that. Also, it's more water control, and given I don't have a freshwater or gray water tank built underneath the van, and I don't want to take up an obscene amount of space on the inside, I'm using this as that option. And keeping in mind, I've only used this enough to test it, so as of right now, its functionality and whatnot, aside from the fact that it works perfectly, I don't know how I'm going to like it when I'm actually living in the van full time. I've actually watched other YouTubers that live in their van, and they typically have like a hand pump action, and they say that they don't like it because then the handle itself gets like soapy or wet or whatever, and I don't know if that's going to be a concern of mine. It might be, so that's something I will address when I cross that bridge. But one thing that I did read on Amazon when I bought this is that it more times than not leaks, and I figured out why. And instead of just leaving a negative review or taking a star off of my rating of this product, like what a lot of people just seem to have done without investigating, as you'll see right here is typically where it leaks from. Not from the handle, which has the same type of grommet, but from this right here. And all I had to do was tighten it, because I did have that same problem. It leaked. I just tightened it, and it fixed the problem. And perhaps I'm just one of the fortunate ones where that was the solution, and there are others who have had their leak was not caused by that. I have to keep open-minded of that. But I didn't read that they had tried adjusting any of the seals or grommets or anything like that, so I'm only making an educated guess that they didn't. But I could very well be wrong, so don't hold me to that. With this, you will need to get the 3/8 inch tubing, and what I am going to be using as a fresh water tank is one of these big guys. It's not really that big for an RV. It's 7 gallons, and it's BPA free, or so it says on the label. And so what I chose to do is, and I was going to undo this, but it was, no, I don't want to say it was a hassle per se, but it did take a little bit of effort to get the tubing positioned the way that I wanted it. And I haven't fed it all the way through, but I got it the way that I wanted it, so I can. But essentially, this piece right here, this, I guess, faucet, whatever you want to call it, it comes with the aquatainer, which is the name of the 7-gallon water jug. And it opens and closes and whatnot. But what I figured out, and I figured it out by accident, I did not plan this at all, is that the tubing actually fits all the way through when it's in the open position. And it fits in such a way, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but it fits in such a way that it doesn't allow for any water to seep through. So, and I have tested it. It will draw water, and it doesn't seem to mess with any of the water pressure that comes out of the faucet when I tested it in a sink. So all I did was hook it up, dunk it in water, and then it worked great. So what I did to get the tubing to fit, because naturally it's fairly thick tubing, so it's not just going to naturally follow the curvature of the faucet head. So what I did was I decided to use a screwdriver. I used a flathead. I don't think it matters one way or another what type you use, but all I did was I was able to position it in such a way to where I was able to grab this right here, just bend it ever so slightly enough to be able to push the tubing through this way, and then continue to form the tubing in just enough to where it was able to finally feed through the mouth here. And so that's basically all I did. That's my little accidental trick that I figured out. And if any of you who are living a more minimalistic lifestyle, say in a cabin or in an RV, or even much like I will be soon, in a van, and you actually don't mind the idea of trying one of these things out, that's my tip, I suppose you could say. So there you go. Any questions about that, feel free to let me know. I will also be doing a partial review, I guess, on my stovetop / oven that runs on propane in a future video. And also I bought a dehumidifier, and it works wonderfully. So I will be going over that as well. Anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. I appreciate you for watching this video. So thank you for watching. Take care. Love others as you love yourself. And I'll see you next time.